Hello friends, welcome to Linden-Linthicum United Methodist Church. Some of you have heard some of my gardening sagas. I am not a great gardener. I have often said that these are brown, not green. I am not a really good gardener. I am, however, the granddaughter of a great gardener. My Grandy Pound was a really good gardener. He won prizes and ribbons and all kinds of honors for his particular things that he had developed, his hybrid hibiscus and poinsettias and various things that he had done in Florida where he lived. And so I'm his granddaughter, but I really haven't inherited so much of his green thumbs, except that a couple of things have done pretty well. I do pretty well with tulips, and I get really excited about it. And I've done really well with hibiscus, because I found that there are some that you can plant in the ground in this climate, and I've done pretty well with those also. And some of you have celebrated that with me, and I appreciate that because, again, I'm not really good at this, and so when it goes well, I'm really excited, and I appreciate the encouragement to do that. But what I realized is that as my hibiscus are in great bloom right now, it's that time of the summer, I'm thinking a lot about my Grandy. And remembering him and remembering how good he was with gardening and the beautiful flowers that he grew and pineapples also. And I'm remembering going down to the river. He just lived a block from the Indian River in Florida, and going down there with the heel of the bread in the bread bag tied up in a knot, going with him to feed the ducks, because there were ducks down there, and we would go and feed them. And so these memories keep coming back to me. The flowers serve as a conduit for memories of my grandfather, who died when I was 5 years old, and I'm really thankful to have the memories that I have. So I remember the things that we did together and the things that were special about him. On Sunday we had communion, and we had the bread and we had the cup, and we remembered what Jesus said, who said to us, "Do this in remembrance of me. Do this in order to remember me." That's a wonderful thing, isn't it? What is it that we want to remember about Jesus? And so today, as I'm thinking about Grandy and the flowers and the ducks and all of that, I'm thinking about Jesus too. Because communion was yesterday. What do I want to remember? I'm remembering the teachings of Jesus, which were often surprising, inviting me, actually compelling me to love people that are difficult for me to love. I'm reminded of the way that Jesus gathered everyone, the people who were outcasts, the people who were children, the people that were foreigners, the people that other people didn't want to include. I'm reminded of his self-giving love and how he was willing to give everything for us. What do you remember when you think about communion, when you think about Jesus? What do you remember? He said, "When you do this, remember me." And I hope that, like my memories of my grandfather, they will bring you joy and also spur you forward to do some things that you might not have done otherwise, to love as you might not have loved otherwise, to accept some difficult teachings that you might not have accepted otherwise, because in Jesus we find life. Thanks be to God. Amen.